I'm gonna lose my belts.
To a goat face garden gnome.
The garden gnome. No, they told me that the streak was an end, though. And it was right.
Sleep. Defeat the streak. For beat the streak.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares what it is?
Wow. Amazing. We should be live very, very soon.
I'm amazed.
Very, very soon. We may be live now.
We should be live right in a second.
Actually, it's more the replay that will start early.
Should be live right in a second.
But there we go. Looks like we are live. All right. Hello, everybody. WrestleMania 30 has just wrapped up. It was an eventful night, to say the least. We're here to talk about what went down, review the matches. We're kind of still gathering ourselves that we actually saw what we saw here in a couple cases, especially with this match right here that I'm going to get started. Undertaker. Wow. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
We'll get to that.
Gotta start out with the tag team.
The pre-show.
The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination Match.
Now, I technically wasn't even home at the time that happened.
No, I upped you.
I got the updates from you. But, yeah, give them the quick rundown. I was running an errand for my daughter.
Can you think I actually watched it? No, it was just sitting here.
Well.
Okay, quick rundown. Jack Swagger got one of the El Matadors to tap.
In a Patriot lock, right?
Yep.
So that was the start of it.
And then Cesaro got his finishing move on Ryback. What's he call that thing again? Can't remember.
Well, didn't you say he hit him with the uppercut?
Well, we threw up in the air first, then hit him with the uppercut.
Yeah.
Then he got him with his finishing move.
Okay. And then...
And it ended up being Usos
I feel like
versus...
Chinese order here. And then...
the Real Americans.
Yeah. So you actually said it was a good match.
Well, after they eliminated their other two teams?
Yeah.
Yes, it got better after that.
Well, you knew it was going to have to get down to the nitty-gritty. So, yeah. So eventually, it goes the way of the Usos.
Yeah, Usos takes it.
And then the Real Americans get in a squabble again.
Yes, Jack Swagger puts Cesaro in a Patriot lock.
Pretty crazy.
And then
he did the Cesaro swing on him, right?
And then what's the manager's name?
Zeb. Colton.
Zeb comes up to Swagger and goes, No, you're not doing this. And hug it out. And everybody in the crowd's telling Cesaro, no, kick his ass.
Right.
And basically puts him in a giant swing.
That's what I would have been telling him.
That's about it. I think they're done.
All right. So anyway, from your account, it was a decent match, pretty good one.
The end of it.
Yep, the end of it.
Yes.
The second half of it. Then we move on to the
I'm
real
not
show,
really
and
impressed
actually
with those stupid El Matadors. Okay.
Well, no, I'm not either. So then we cut a 25-minute promo to start the show with Hulk. But it got much better after Hulk called it the Silverdome.
Yes. We're at the Silverdome.
Boy, was he living in the past tonight, brother. Oh man, he's flashing back to the Silverdome in WrestleMania 3, whatever. But yeah, no. Hulk's in the ring. Stone Cold's music hits. He comes out, flips people off, which they wouldn't show on camera.
They did the first time.
Well, yeah. And then they got better with their camera cuts. But yeah, so then you know, a little back and forth between Stone Cold and Hulk, and then The Rock's music hits, and he comes down, and boy, I tell you, The Rock's mic skills are like none others.
Oh, he rocked it. Period.
I mean, he was on a roll, and a couple of those lines just had me going. I mean, it was great. So then they cracked open the beers. It was great. So it was kind of a nice way to kick off WrestleMania 30. And,
I was kind of pissed. I want Stone Cold to stun Hulk Hogan. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome, dude.
Mr. Hammer 101 Peeps says, this is from Wrestling Memes on Facebook. I can't wait till Daniel Bryan drops the title to Triple H on Raw tomorrow. Oh, wow. Okay, so...
I don't know how Triple H is going to feel tomorrow after getting slammed in the face.
So that leads right into our first legit match of the actual show. And they went right for it. They went Daniel H. Oh, my mind.
Daniel Bryan, Triple H.
A little mushy, thank you. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. I was mixing the two, blending the two there.
You know the sad part?
Because one of the two was going to move on to the triple threat match at the end of the show.
I wasn't... I mean, the match was decent.
The match
had too much... it would be better.
the match had too much Stephanie in a very disappointing outfit.
That outfit was horrible.
It was bad. It was hard. It was just hard. Yeah, I didn't like that outfit.
You didn't see the motorboating.
She just, yeah, I don't know. Whoever picked that out, it wasn't a good choice for her. But anyway, you know, I was kind of overdone. But you know, Daniel Bryan wins it, beats Triple H, but then Stephanie comes in and slaps him, and then Stephanie comes in and slaps him silly, and then Triple H jumps in. They once again proceed to beat on him. Get him wrapped, get the shoulder and the arm wrapped around the post again, and once again goes at him with the chair. Kind of repeat of what happened on Raw. He wasn't handcuffed. So, yeah, Triple H leaves, and Daniel Bryan leaves, you know, kind of in doubt for the final match, but he makes it to it. So then we transitioned into a match that really didn't need to happen. The Shield
match, yeah,
versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Did that take 22 seconds?
And yeah, that was over fast. I mean, that was just total. You know, we're gonna make the Shield look dominant. I don't know if they ran long with the intro and had to cut that short or what, but it just felt like a really unnecessary match.
I think, like you said, that Billy Gunn got hurt during the match.
Yeah, he did. Apparently, he was coughing up blood, according to WWE.com. Just a little while ago, they were checking him out because he was coughing up blood after the match.
That's probably why they cut it short.
So maybe that could be, but you know, it's just like, I don't know. I didn't like the build up to that match. I didn't like the idea of the match. I think, to me, the whole run with the Shield peaked when it was Shield versus Wyatt's, when we saw it firsthand at Elimination Chamber. I would have loved to have somehow seen that worked in again for WrestleMania.
Is it over?
That might be over. Although, how many times did everybody kick out of this stuff today? Yeah, we'll get to this Taker match, and we'll spend some good time on it. But yeah. So anyway, you know, the Shield match, whatever. It just felt so unnecessary.
It was stupid.
It was dumb.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see them that match with the Wyatts. That was one of the matches of the year at Elimination Chamber. It was great. It was the best match on that card, and it would have been great to somehow see that develop. But they obviously went a different direction. They wanted Bray Wyatt versus Cena. And,
well, you had the Battle Royal, the Royale.
Yeah, that's another match that was okay once it got down to the end. It was an okay. Yeah, I take that back. It wasn't that good. I liked the final two, and
Kofi did one of his amazing tricks again.
Yeah, so. Although I don't know. I mean, aren't we really stretching the rules now? Okay, so now you just have to have your feet on the steel steps.
Well, feet had touched the floor. His feet didn't touch the floor.
Yeah, I guess.
His fucking back of his head touched that floor, though.
He sure did. Yeah, he sacrificed a lot to land that with his feet.
Yeah.
So, but it was what it was. Is he gonna put him through the table?
You know,
he might clip it. Oh, here he goes. Oh, yeah, I thought he was going through the table. But anyway,
is it much as me as I'm looking at this? I know people are gonna say I'm fucking crazy, but they don't use the Miz anymore. I like the Miz.
You know, it's funny because usually if the Miz isn't on the card, he's like hosting something, like, you know, like hosting WrestleMania, or table's going bye now. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, guys, everybody knew that CM Punk was not going to be there tonight because he was at the Blackhawks game today.
Yeah, which was at like 1, 2 o'clock. So I guess if he really wanted to push it, he could have gotten there by the end. But hey, yeah, no, it's Punk was not showing up tonight, obviously. So anyway, the Battle Royal.
Oh, the guy said that. I didn't see that. He actually said that. The guy wrote he was at the Blackhawks game.
That he was at the Blackhawks game? Yeah, exactly. The Battle Royal, to me, seemed forced. Like, nobody was announced who was in it. We played music for 2 people coming down, which was Sheamus and...
I like the one. I like the guy who won it, but...
Yeah, no, I was happy Cesaro won it. Is this going to be over? We're going to have to reset here?
No. I think he's going to get thrown out finally for interfering.
Heyman, you gone. Maybe?
Yep, he's out.
There he goes. See you, Paul Heyman. Meanwhile... missing a possible tap here from Brock. yeah, I just I don't know. The Battle Royal just seemed to me. We didn't announce. I mean, like, we're sitting there trying to figure out who's in the thing halfway through it. We're like, is that David Otunga?
David Otunga. I'm like, what?
Like, oh, Tyson Kidd's in here? Okay. You know. And then we're like, just some of the randoms, like, I mean, I guess I knew that, I don't know. Just some of them were like, really? You know, and out so fast. And I don't know. It almost seemed like, didn't it just seem like, hurry up and get this over? Like, almost like we're running out of time, just get this thing over. I mean, that's kind of the way it had it. But Cesaro wins it. He lifts up the 100-pound trophy. Like, you know, I mean, look at Beast. I mean, the way it ended was pretty cool. He actually picked up Big Show and tossed him out. So that was cool.
Well, we know that didn't happen tonight.
Wow, yeah. Everybody would have thought that would have happened right there. That did not happen tonight.
I love the expression of dude's face.
That was...
that was priceless.
That was killer. Just yeah. Okay, so is that next to
No.
talk about? Oh
no, you got Cena Bryan.
Okay.
See, there's another match I was not impressed with whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I liked what they were trying to do with the storytelling. I mean, I
turn him over to the dark side.
Yeah, I appreciate that it was, you know, he was trying to push Cena into a dark turn, but whatever, you know. I just didn't really buy into it. It wasn't the greatest of matches. It just felt like it kind of lacked something.
Something? That match was the boringest match I've ever seen in my life.
It lacked a lot.
Sucked.
It lacked a lot. But
terribly.
But Cena fights the urge to turn to the dark side.
Yes, we did notice Brad Maddox in that match.
Yeah, briefly.
He was the first one eliminated, wasn't he?
Yeah, they could have done something more comical with him in there. I would have thought. But, you know, if you're gonna send him out that fast. But yeah, so I just you know, Cena wins. He fights the temptation to, you know, to play dirty. Bray Wyatt at a couple points, you know, basically kneeled down in the ring and said, "Here, finish me off." You know, do the thing. And I kept just thinking, God, am I watching a Star Wars, you know, theme running through this? I mean, is this good versus evil thing going on? And it was all right, but then we had a match that I wasn't initially.
They actually enjoyed. Somebody enjoyed that match between Cena and Wyatt.
Well, you know, but a lot of people are getting behind Wyatt. I mean, I could see.
I can't stand that match. Sorry. And then you had the match that blew everybody away.
Oh, that's right. Yoshitatsu was in that too. That's the first one. I'm like, what? You know, it's like you got people like that in there, and you're not even going to hardly acknowledge they were even in there. I mean, like, that was kind of random. It would have been nice to say something about it, but no. Yeah. So then, the match that, well, you're going to have two obviously that are talked about tonight, but the match you're seeing play out here, and the match that may have broke the internet for a little bit there. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, and man, oh man,
that match went the way I thought it was going to go, actually. So,
but of all the matches to beat the streak, I don't think that's the one that I was looking forward to happening.
I mean, if you're going to do it, I thought Shawn Michaels or Triple H would have done it.
I mean, and the
or
thing
even
is,
CM Punk last year.
Food, by the way.
What?
It's not about food.
Okay, I'm live streaming, bud.
Cool. I'm kind of asking you that question.
But I don't know. The crowd was just, like it was almost.
This match almost put me to sleep. I'm sorry to tell you.
You know, you mentioned that Lesnar, you know, it's like it didn't seem like he could play down.
He can't play down to his ability. I mean,
you know, I think Punk did a much better job of making Taker look good.
Lesnar is all out, full out, let's go, and he cannot slow down.
I think Triple H made him look a lot better. You know, I enjoyed, obviously, if we go back to the Shawn Michaels 2 matches, obviously, you know, we're talking about a younger Undertaker slightly by then too.
Yeah, it was 6 years ago. So,
right.
I mean, really.
So, I mean, you know, I understand every year going on, and this streak's not going to last forever. I mean, it was either going to end with him with the streak intact, or he was going to drop it. And
I think this was the last year of this whole ordeal. People like to on their
Jeez,
bikes
man,
tonight.
You get one day of 40, 50 degree weather here, and people all break out their bikes, really. So, yeah, you know, whatever. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Taker had some reason that he wanted it to be Lesnar. Because you have to think he more or less had free reign to pick who it would be. I mean, don't you think?
I just knew it was done one way. This year was his last match. I can't believe he'd come back and do another one.
Yeah. Some people are mentioning ref botch. I mean, I don't know. I think that's what was intended to happen, don't you? I mean, are they trying to say that he wasn't intended to lose that?
He was losing it.
I mean, yeah. So.
Because they would have waited for him to kick out if the.
But anyway, it was an underwhelming match. I mean,
Taker is really slow.
I can see where people will be frustrated. Not that the streak ended, but the way the streak ended, more than anything.
Yeah, the final move was kind of botched, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problem. I have no problem with it ending. I actually think that's kind of cool. That, okay, let's finally end this thing. And the shock that hit. I mean, it's funny because people should have known it could have happened. We talked about the fact earlier today that, you know, it very realistically could happen.
I love the shock of people's faces.
But
like, oh my god!
I mean, the people just look like. I mean, some of those shots, and I'm sure they're, you know, I'm seeing the one dude on Twitter.
He went viral.
Oh man, but I mean, like some of the looks on the faces. My goodness. Oh, Mar Morno came on in even though he hates wrestling. Thanks, man.
I don't know. So I whatever. Like I said, I'm very less impressed with this match.
You think Taker's gonna face Sting next year, like this guy say? Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you'd have two 50 or 60-year-olds fighting each other.
Guess it could.
Why would he fight Sting? What would be the point of him fighting Sting?
I can't even imagine. I don't know.
I mean, they've never crossed paths ever in their lives. I mean, why the hell would he fight Sting?
Well, it's not like he's coming back to start a new streak. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he just wants one final WrestleMania victory to run it off the sunset. I don't know. I almost think. I mean, it's like you said. You might see him tomorrow, announcing the retirement or something on Raw.
I like this guy's comment. He said the Undertaker called it right in the middle of the match, saying, "I want to lose."
Wow. You think they'd really just? I mean, do you honestly think at a thing like WrestleMania? I mean, is he that big that he can just walk out there and go, "Okay, guys"?
Did you see Lesnar's face when he actually won? He's like,
"Yeah,
I did."
Well, but you knew they'd sell something like that if he's gonna win. Like they're gonna be in disbelief. I mean, but I mean, can you imagine? You've got this huge thing. You've planned everything out, and you're gonna send Undertaker out there and go, I'll see how I feel in the middle of the match if I want to drop him or not.
You know, like you said, he looks so slow and looks so. I mean. It wasn't even right. I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. And it's just...
I think he comes out and retires tomorrow. That's what I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I really... Personally, I would have liked to have seen more of the style of match that he had with Triple H, where it was back and forth, and it was, you know, I mean, it was really, you know, I mean, it was really decent to the end, and both guys had a shot. I mean, this just felt like Taker was just weak the whole time.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
he's old. Like I said, what is he? 60?
I realize the dude's old, and that's more. I mean, it's funny because we talked about it. It should be more realistic. This guy shouldn't be able to take. I mean,
I don't know.
That's more what it should have looked like. With Brock
Lesnar, what Lesnar?
Brock should have beat.
Lesnar's 40, isn't he?
I think he's close.
He's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know.
But still, it's still 20 years younger.
But it's like, you know. I mean, you put those two together, and that match is more realistically what a match between those two should look like. That, you know, it's Taker barely being able to get up and looking old and looking his age. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I just have a hard time believing why would he want to come back, not only just to drop the streak, but to look that weak in that match.
Come on,
you know.
Taker versus Jinder.
Oh God! Oh God! Yeah, there you go. With Jinder winning it. Yeah, so it's just gonna be everybody has a run of beating Taker now. It's gonna be the streak in reverse. They're just gonna.
Here's the sad part of this whole ordeal.
Be an easy pin.
After all that happens, the Divas had to take over afterwards.
Oh, those poor Divas. They had no chance.
No.
None.
They had zero.
I mean, you knew that match would be a stinker anyway, but I mean, hey gals, we just dropped a streak that just went 21 years.
Yeah.
And by the way, you go follow that. Just go out there and look pretty and wow.
Oh, there's a Camaro lock.
Yeah. And there was some, I don't know. I don't think there was anything of value to take out of that Divas match other than Bella on Bella violence. That was probably the one moment that was worthwhile.
How about the two Bellas taking out all the fucking Divas?
Yeah, that was kind of lame. Come on. They hit the one person on the middle and they all fall down like dominoes. Come on. Really? But I don't know. I think personally, if the Bellas were smart, when they were the only two in the ring, one of them should have laid down for the other, and they should have just taken the belt away from AJ. That'd have been kind of cool. Instead, they went against each other.
JT, what are you drinking?
But
I don't know. Like I said, Bella's that match was. I had that feeling. Obviously, AJ was going to continue winning.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the only other cool thing was that she actually, when she got the Black Widow locked in.
Yeah.
She actually didn't she take her arm and tap for her?
She tapped for her.
That was awesome. I mean, I think she was pretty much out. You know, she was more or less out at the time. What I was a little disappointed in that match is that you built up all this stuff, this tension between her and Tamina, and you never once played it in this match against each other. They never once crossed paths. Or did I miss that?
No.
What was all that set up for?
Tamina was in the ring for like 3 times.
Yeah.
AJ was in there like 1 or 2 times. That was it.
Well, why was that even played all month? That those two, like, that she was growing, you know, tired of her and stuff. I mean, is that something that's going to play out now afterwards? I don't know. Whatever. It was junk. So, Taker's,
I think
Taker's only 49.
I think you're wrong. Bullshit. He's older than that.
That's what they're saying. 3 different people.
Wow, really?
So,
he looks very old for a 49-year-old person, you know that?
What? I'll tell you when I'm done, bud. Yeah.
He'll be back in 2 more minutes.
Good Lord. That's cool to troll everybody. So, that pretty much leaves us with one match to talk about. That should have been the talk of the whole thing. Except that you decided to beat the streak tonight.
Yeah, sorry. I would say, if you're going to have the streak beaten, that should be your last
That
match.
should have been your last match.
Yes. That fucked up everything.
I don't know. I just think there are better ways you could have ended that. Just much better. I'm not even, even if it's Brock, there's better ways to end that. Like you said, have it be the last, whatever. I don't know.
I don't think you're going to have, I was just reading this guy's comment here. The Brock is definitely going after Daniel Bryan. Period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That will start Monday.
I mean, he made the intentions his last 2 months. That's what he wanted. He wanted the big belt there. So, but okay.
Okay, so, guys, if he's 49, he's 49. Yeah, all right. He looks older than dirt for 49. I'm sorry to tell you.
He hasn't worn well. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't. We were commenting on how Hogan
looks
better at his age than Taker does, really.
Is this 3 times we've seen this now?
Yeah, probably. So, but anyway, we've got the big match to talk about, and that is the triple threat match, which is obviously Daniel Bryan moving into that match, then with the win over Triple H, and then, by the way, when he did that tonight, he almost took Lesnar's shorts off.
He couldn't even pick him up. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He couldn't even pick him up.
It started with yeah. It was was it the last time we did this around the Heyman got kicked out? Okay, there he goes.
Well,
is the ref gonna miss the?
Yes, he is.
Count here. But anyway, so you had it, Orton versus Batista versus Daniel Bryan, and you had a feeling that after you let the streak end, anything other than a Daniel Bryan win and the place was going to come unglued.
Oh, if Batista would have won that thing, oh my god, I think people would have fucking this. called for Triple H's head.
Right. So, it started with, they pretty much threw Daniel out of the mix for a while there.
Wow.
And Batista and Randy Orton went off on each other. Then, as soon as Daniel Bryan started asserting himself in the match, down comes the Authority.
Of course he would. Why wouldn't they come down?
Right. Man, we can't get Taker to lose now. Our prediction match had him losing. He won't lose it now. Here, I'll switch it over to the other match here. But, anyway, the Authority comes down and try to mess with Daniel again.
Just hit a rematch. It's fine.
All right.
Don't like it here much longer.
I'm trying to get my events in the right order here. Triple H gets his sledgehammer out. Is that before or after the table? That was before the table,
What
right?
table?
The table that they
That was way. That was
bomb
yeah, no,
slash
that was way before that. Yeah.
All right, so Daniel Bryan gets a hold of the sledgehammer and nails Triple H with it.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, so that was kind of a cool moment.
And that was after. See, he dove out of the ring and took out the ref, the new ref. What was his name? I can't remember that dude's ref's name.
It was the guy who did the fast count to Bryan earlier,
Yeah.
and they stripped him. So
And then he dove on Triple H, the ref, and Stephanie. He hurt Stephanie. That's when Triple H went and got the sledgehammer.
right, yep, that's right.
And Daniel Bryan got the sledgehammer from Triple H and just knocked him out.
Yep. So that was crazy. But then it was a series of guys taking the chances and looking like they were going to win. You know, Orton had a dramatic 2 count. Batista had a dramatic 2 count, both with Daniel Bryan not in the ring. But then Orton and Batista decide to team up for whatever reason on Daniel Bryan. They get him over to the tables, and we had, I think officially we had three tables, right? Even though we didn't talk about what the third one even was.
Yeah.
But they decide to combination Batista bomb into an RKO, so like a catching RKO, which he didn't quite catch.
No.
And both Orton and Daniel Bryan go through the table, and I have to think that it wasn't planned that Orton was gonna just demolish his back on the monitor.
Oh yeah, he fucked
that had to have hurt like a bitch.
Obviously, you see Batista stood there and did nothing for like 10 minutes.
I think he's like, I got to stall here.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing for 10 minutes, dude.
He could have freaking told the story in the time that it took it. So then they, you know, and Daniel Bryan's not moving. I think that's more storyline. And Orton's like moving, but I mean, his back had to be hurt like a son of a bitch after going right on that monitor. And I really liked I liked the move. I wish that the RKO could have been a little cleaner off of the bomb, but that's
how much could they possibly done?
Exactly. It was tough. But
so Daniel went on a stretcher.
Yes, they put Daniel on a stretcher, and I'm saying right here he's gonna. The only thing it was missing is I was waiting for the no chant as he was strapped to it, but he basically fought his way off the stretcher as he was halfway up the ramp. And, see, it was the French table. That's what I thought. That other one's the French table.
They never really said it, though, but
I thought so.
we kind of figured, yeah.
But, yeah, so Daniel Bryan back in it. And eventually, he gets the victory via submission. Not exactly the way I thought I saw it coming.
After everybody hit their freaking finishing moves
yeah,
on everybody.
I mean, he hit a high knee. Well, he finished Triple H in the first match with a high knee, and he hit a high knee to both those guys, I think. Well, at least to Batista, right, in the match. So, but it ends on a submission, and your new champion, I'll say for now, because we've been here and done this before, your new champion, all that build-up, just wait till WrestleMania, just wait till he gets the chance, and finally, they have Daniel Bryan with the belts. So, what started at SummerSlam and was robbed from him by Triple H, and robbed again the next month after taking it all the way to Monday night and having it stripped. He finally gets his hands back on him. So it was a good. I mean, it was a good build-up. I mean, they definitely really toyed with the with the fans for a good half a year here. But, yeah. So there you go. Daniel Bryan, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion at the end of WrestleMania 30.
He kind of looks like a terrorist.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Dante Cunningham. Oh, to be a Timberwolves fan right now. My goodness. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you give WrestleMania 30 on a rating out of 10?
7.
How do you compare it to 29 to 28? Did you like it compared to recent WrestleManias? Where does it stand up there for you? I know a lot of people are still in shock about Undertaker. I think once that calms down and people can kind of...
Can I say 6.5?
Step back. Sure you can.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.5.
That's all I give it.
I feel like I'd have to go back and look, but didn't it feel like we almost had double the card last year?
Yeah, this card was small. Well, I just had it up there. It was like 4 matches on the whole thing.
I mean, we had double the card, but then again, how many of those were throwaway matches? I mean, you know, like you said, you had the Miz.
I've never seen a WrestleMania go through where you don't have the Intercontinental belt or the U.S. Championship belt being defended.
That's a little odd.
That's stupid.
And Dean never defends, but I mean, you know, it's like, okay. I mean, I know you threw Big E into the 30-man mix, but he was gone early in that. I mean, he could have.
Daniel Bryan's going to get beat up by Brock Lesnar tomorrow. Again, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Taker will retire tomorrow.
Ninja CPU says way better than 29 and 27. Much better than 28 and 29.
What's that?
Trouble VR 14 says.
Who? What was that?
They're saying they're better than the past couple.
This one was?
That's what they're saying.
You're on crack.
Well, what was so good about...
You had the Rock and fucking Cena match. You had the Undertaker and fucking CM Punk match.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But outside of that, I mean...
Those 2 matches alone blew away whole freaking this whole WrestleMania.
I just feel like, historically speaking, when you get 5 years away from this, which one are you going to remember? Which one's going to be remembered more?
The Rock and Cena.
No.
Heck yeah.
Over the streak ending?
Yeah, but you want to remember the streak ending. Do you remember how shitty it was? The match was, though?
I don't know.
I mean come on.
I don't know. You know, I'd say...
Well, see, he said compare to WrestleMania 29, it's a 5.5. He thinks those WrestleManias were better.
Yeah.
But he does.
Well, everybody's going to have their favorites and reasons why, you know. I do agree the way the streak ended was stupid. Seth Hutchinson says Cena should have been the one to beat the streak. It definitely should have been somebody who's around all the time.
I don't think it's Cena.
But somebody who's here.
I ultimately wanted Cena. I think Cena being a bad person. Everybody hates Cena. If he turned bad, everybody would love him.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, I mean, I guess this is the beauty about the whole thing. Is it really, like you're saying, it's very subjective, and everybody's going to have their favorites for reasons, and you know, and their reasons why. And I don't know. I think I was.
This match looks like it's been repeating itself.
Well,
I know it's a third different match, but he's hit that move every single time. Now Heyman jump on the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
We probably should have set up the other match, but... I don't know. I'm gonna go with my initial reaction. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit. But I think I liked Rock Cena better the first time, and I was a little disappointed we had to do it a second time.
I will tell you that the one thing
personally, but I did enjoy Punk Taker much more than this one tonight.
This WrestleMania was not hotter than a bumblebee.
There you go. Oh. Anyway, I could have used some CM Punk in this one. I think everybody could have, but
I think he's burnt the bridges, man.
Well, probably.
I really believe that.
There'll be a time. There'll be a time if you want. I mean, you know.
I don't think him and Triple H get along very well.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Well, I mean, there had to have been a reason he walked away in pretty much in WrestleMania.
Dean Ambrose should have won. Should have won what?
Yeah, exactly. What? He wins by not having to ever defend his belt.
Yeah.
He's a winner every night. And I love Dean, but I mean, come on, really? We're gonna. I mean, the only time he defended his belt is when his fellow people in the Shield called him out to do it. So, I don't know.
Sooner or later, I think he'll defend it.
Yeah. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up what we're going to talk about tonight for WrestleMania. Okay, now, so last year at this time, I remember feeling a little disappointed we didn't get a cash in on Money in the Bank during WrestleMania. We got it the night after. Obviously, we don't even have that in the discussion this year because it's already been.
You get the Undertaker retiring tomorrow. That's what you
care
get.
of. You can have that. There should be some fallout. Daniel Bryan, and obviously there'll be.
I want to know one thing.
Reminiscing on the streak a lot. And
when is the Russian guy coming?
Rusev?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hasn't he kind of been on the fringe forever here? I mean,
I think they were probably just waiting until after WrestleMania,
well,
really.
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't think. I mean, like last year, I felt that the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania was like everything WrestleMania should have been. You had Dolph's cash in. It was a crazy Monday night after. I think this year is probably gonna. Don't you think it's not gonna be nearly as eventful? Because I think you had way more going on in WrestleMania itself. So, but anyway, yeah, keep letting us know what you thought here in the comments about what you rated and why. It's always fun to see people's thoughts also. And thanks for joining us on this little recap. We have fun talking about it, debating it, all this good stuff. It was fun to watch the very first, not only WrestleMania, but pay-per-view offered live on the WWE Network. I think overall a success. I think we were able to stream.
It was better on the computer.
Yeah, it worked a little bit better as far as not buffering itself ever on the PC as opposed to...
Yeah, I moved it to the
PS3.
PS3 had the last two matches.
The PS3 stuttered once in a while. It wasn't
too bad.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't a deal breaker, but it was a little bit better on the PC. Overall, I'm still thrilled with the network. I think that
well, for $9,
it's an absolute bargain for anyone who is going to be ordering WrestleMania or ordering. I mean, if you were going to order 2 pay-per-views within the year, you've already paid for your year of network. Plus, then you get all the back stuff, all the stuff they're doing live throughout the week, and then and getting NXT and getting all the archive library of all the past events and stuff is awesome. So anyway, I guess kudos to the WWE Network. It's kind of fun to have it around this year, and hopefully they don't decide to double the prices and stuff. And are you serious? Brock goes 0 for 3 during our live stream here. Well, if you want to see Brock win one of these in a simulation, go watch the sim we put up on Sports Gaming Universe earlier today. It actually happened right the first time. And yeah, so that's what we're going to leave you with tonight. Have a good night, and we will talk to you. They did not mention the next pay-per-view once at all.
I know.
Tonight.
I don't even know what it is.
So, yeah, I think isn't it Battleground or something? Actually, I don't know. I'll have to look at the list. But I'm not even sweating it. I know it's, I want to say like May 6th or something like that.
Yeah.
It's about a month out. So, anyway,
all right.
We will see you guys later. Thanks for joining us.
Later.
Bye.